Hi Scorpio, welcome to your November 2018 Tarot and Astrology reading. So first and foremost, thank you for all your likes and subscriptions. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. I do monthly and mid-monthly readings for each sign and a few pick a card readings in between because those are a lot of fun. So Scorpio, the first thing and the theme for this month is magic, okay? The skies for you are going to be a lot more trick-free than they have been, okay? So I want to talk first and foremost about Jupiter, the Great Benefic. It is leaving Scorpio on the 8th of November, but not after it has had no effect. No. Jupiter is actually saving quite a lot to last, Scorpio. In the first week of November, starting on the 1st, Jupiter is going to trine Chiron, okay? And this can create quite a magical surprise, and in terms of romance in particular, okay? Because Chiron has been affecting Scorpio romantically for as long as I can remember anyway. And Jupiter is going to be giving you this boost to create some romance in your life. So if you're single, you may actually find, now bear in mind, Venus will have retrograded back into Libra, so it's not going to be in Scorpio on the 1st. It's going to be moving, and thank God. So whenever it's there on the 1st, it's going to be creating a magical energy that you can run with for a while. It's a great day to be out and about and seeing the world around you and how it operates. It could be a lot more pleasant than you've experienced in a while, particularly with Venus in retrograde. Now, speaking of magic, the Sun then, on the 6th of November, trines Neptune, and although this has nothing to do with Jupiter, there's still a chance of some sort of romantic magic occurring. So in the first week of November, you might actually meet somebody, Scorpio, that could be quite special. You might have quite a special encounter. You might receive quite special messages. There's a touch of romance in it. And I think it should affect most Scorpios because it's quite on a roll here. You have the new moon in Scorpio on the 7th. And this, again, is going to trine Neptune, which is in your romantic sector. So, if you've had a bit of a rough stint in love, or you've had soul connections to tie up, bear in mind this could be a beautiful new start for you, Scorpio, to manifest a partner who is suitable. So the 7th of November, the new moon in your sign, because this is going to be one of the greatest new moons in Scorpio of a long time, okay? Not all of the new moons this year have been particularly easy, but for manifestations, this one is a really good moon to put your wishes out there into the world, especially with the planetary activity surrounding it as it is. So focus on what it is that you want out of romance and what it is that you want out of life. And if you don't have it just yet, take a few minutes to really visualize what that looks like and feel it. And some of you may experience pain doing this, and you might realize you're actually scared of getting what you want on a subconscious level because you don't necessarily believe it. And when Jupiter moves on the 8th into your 2nd house of worth, yes, it rules finance, and I'll get to that, but you may realize that what you needed was a lot more appreciation for what you have to offer. Venus retrograding in your sign, Scorpio, could have made you a little bit insecure. Particularly as far as beauty goes and as far as romance goes. You might have been actually feeling a little bit off in some areas, even though Venus in your sign is meant to make you feel 10 times more attractive, and you're meant to be more alluring. And you will be. Venus will go direct on the 16th. And it'll head back into Scorpio in November, and you're going to have a very Merry Christmas. But before we get there, just bear in mind that the first week of November could be an incredibly magical time, and you will find some wish will find you, okay, that you've wanted through Jupiter. You've not wasted your wishes. There's still more to come. Just because Jupiter's leaving your sign doesn't mean you go away empty-handed. Jupiter likes to save the best for last, okay? And I feel like for a lot of Scorpios, you just may not have seen the results yet. Particularly, having Venus retrograding in your sign. It's not been easy by any stretch of the imagination in the last few months, particularly with Mars retrograding and being in Aquarius for an uncomfortably long time. because Mars is your co-ruler, of course. And you may have been encountering difficulties with the Aquarian energy, but this month is promising you a very pleasant surprise, Scorpio, okay? Let's see what the cards have in store. The sun. How appropriate is that, Scorpio, with the sun in your sign? Happy birthday, by the way. I don't know if I said that. 8 of Wands. Okay. Queen of Swords. 5 of Swords. And the Star. Wow. Birthday wish. Now, Scorpio. What's underneath? Ooh, the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. So, Scorpio, as a fellow Scorpion, I want to see what your birthday is. Comment it below in the comment section. I'm November 14th, so if there's any twins out there, make yourself known. And this looks like it's going to be a pretty happy birthday, Scorpio. The Star is that birthday wish granted. Okay? Now, I know that sounds very, very promising, and I know, as a Scorpio, you're probably thinking, well, I don't know, I feel like these readings promise good things, and then nothing really moves. Scorpio, check that, because 5 of Swords in your challenge position unnecessary battles. Don't fight with yourself. Don't deny yourself. Keep that Scorpio temper in check with people this month, because Venus being retrograde in Scorpio last month could have made you a bit touchy. But the most important relationship a Scorpio has is the one they have with themselves, because you can sting yourself to death. Doesn't matter about anybody else. You can really go hard on yourself. Don't do that anymore, Scorpio. Don't deny yourself. You can have this Star. I know it's in Aquarius. The Star and the Queen of Swords can, for some of you, represent Aquarius people. And I know there's friction there, because there seems, the majority of comments I've noticed of people talking about other signs is the Scorpio-Aquarian relationship. So maybe there's something there. But there's a wish being granted nonetheless, Scorpio, and I want you to take it, okay? I want you to do something very unusual, and I want you to rationalize it, okay? Because, well, that makes no sense, right? Magic, rational. Well, actually, Scorpio, the energy that you're putting out there into the world is exactly what you're getting back. So you can rationalize it to yourself and say, wishes don't necessarily come true, but then why do you think bad luck does? You know what I mean? Queen of Swords in this position here says that you can think yourself into a sense of abundance. You can think of a good few reasons why you deserve this. I'm sure you can probably think of some reason why it wouldn't happen, but I don't want you to go down that route. The November 7th new moon in your sign is your new moon. And it is your turn, Scorpio. And just accept that, okay? Don't let anyone tell you any different. I actually saw a girl, she was doing a news report of some kind, and she was saying that November 4th was her birthday or whatever. And there were people in the comment section saying, nobody cares. And I was like, that's just rude. You know, like, it just seems to be a little bit, you know, Scorpios are sort of born proud of their birthday, right? Like, you see your birthday and you think, that's mine. You know, like, be proud of it. Be proud to be a Scorpio. It's an amazing sign to be. And it evokes a lot of jealousy in other people. It can do, especially if you start getting what you want. And if other people have watched you have your troubles and then all of a sudden things start coming to the fore, you'll know who your real friends are, because your real friends will want to support you. Air signs are very well placed here. I think you have a good few air sign people in your life that are willing to support you and be team players with your wishes coming true. If anything, they might actually be helping you. This goes tenfold if your moon or rising is in an air sign, maybe Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Especially Aquarius here, okay? There's a wish coming true, and I feel like for a lot of you, it could be romantic. It could be a new sparkle of something, okay? Don't let anybody talk you down in that, Scorpio. The Eight of Wands to me suggests communication, particularly if it is with an air sign, because it's on either side of it we have swords. There may be a message coming in from a person of that ilk. You know, somebody who is a Queen of Swords personality. Maybe they're a bit guarded, maybe they're a bit defensive. Maybe they are another Scorpio. Death card. Maybe they're very afraid of getting hurt. But you're communicating with a person that is the Queen of Swords, and they actually seem to be coming across quite well, Scorpio. So that's interesting. Air energy. Emperor and the Sun. You are running your life, Scorpio, with your own control. You're taking back your control. You might have sacrificed it a little bit for the wrong type of people over the years. You're taking it back. And you're definitely feeling the effects of Jupiter in your financial sector. 9 of Pentacles. Swish. Living in luxury. Oh, wait, no, she's here. Sorry, Scorpio. But yes, still living in luxury. The King of Wands. There's fire signs in here too. Ooh, the Ace of Wands. Denying an attraction. You're denying an attraction, Scorpio. You have a decision to make about a wish coming true. And it's just, I don't think it's appearing exactly in the form you expected it to. And it's making you nervous. Well, Scorpio, you have something here. Because this Ace of Wands is in the challenge position. So I'm thinking there's either a person in your life that you want to like, but you don't have that spark with. Or there's a spark you're denying. Because this is a challenge. And I almost feel like this is you fighting an attraction. And losing, by the way. If you're trying to fight it, you're losing. Could be an air sign or a fire sign. Could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But as I said, this money, just because it's in this sector, there's actually good news about money coming in. Letters about money. Financial opportunities, job opportunities. You're going to be so comfortable for the next year, Scorpio. In fact, you're going to be more than comfortable, right? But you're making a decision based on a wish. So something has happened for you. The stars have aligned for you. And you're like, well, now what do I do? But there's a lot of people in your corner. There actually may be more than one person who's attracted to you, by the way, because I sort of see the Queen and the King. You know, I don't really deal in genders. And specifically as well, bear in mind, these don't have to be signs, because the Queen of Swords can represent lawyers and writers, or the King of Wands can represent athletes. You know what I mean? It can represent professions. So it's different aspects or different people. It doesn't necessarily have to be the sign. But either way, there's somebody, and I think the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands have come across because there's somebody where there's this like chemistry and you want to deny it. And maybe it's because this person, the King of Wands, can sometimes be a bit of a rascal. So maybe you're just a bit wary of this, especially if it's a Aries or Leo. Okay? It's a very warm energy. It's very like you're trying to rationalize your feelings. Yeah. You're trying to be practical about it, Queen of Pentacles. And yet, it seems very magical and exciting, but you've been burned before. So you don't want to do that again, Rara. I can see why. You don't want to get burned again. But if you're going to play with fire, Ace of Cups, this is definitely the beginning of something rather than the end of it. Knight of Swords, Hanging Man, you are delaying a decision because you're uncertain. Okay. Yes, you're... Scorpio. Okay. This is funny. I don't mean to laugh. I know that's, like, I am a Scorpio. I know we don't really like being laughed at, but it just looks... It just looks funny because you seem kind of dazed. It sort of seems that something comes in quick and unexpected and you are caught off guard and you are not really keeping your cool in a situation because something's come in quick. This could be a new opportunity in love, Scorpio. Because the Ace of Cups typically represents something new. A new chance at something, a new chance at someone. So with the Hanged Man, this is something you've been waiting for a long time. Your birthday wish finally comes true after all these years. And you're trying to rationalize it. Or you're trying to talk it away. You're trying to talk yourself out of it. In fact, you're restricting yourself so much that you're going to start to see it as something it's not. You're going to start to see it as a bad thing. This, with Venus, retrograde, etc., the Knight of Swords to me does sometimes represent someone charging in from the past. It can be that, but this can be someone charging in from, now. It could be somebody new, but it's someone coming in quick and it's somebody coming in with message, like they're firing messages off at you. And you're kind of holding out of this. So with my question, Scorpio, is why? There's something about this potential. If we're dealing with a job, it's the same scenario. You have an opportunity coming up here, and you're just kind of not flowing with it. And it's trying. Something is trying to come through. The Eight of Wands are things trying to get through to you. The energy is trying to come through to you. But you, Scorpio, are kind of fighting them off. So, it's wise not to make too many decisions when Venus is in retrograde. But it's also wise not to cut things off at the knees before they've even had a chance to go. Now, this Knight of Cups is someone who definitely has the hots for you. I do feel with Temperance it could be somebody where there needs to be some kind of reconciliation. Temperance can be a Sagittarius, but it can be because you're a water sign, a fire sign in general. This looks like a romantic healing energy. This could be someone who's actually very healing for you, Scorpio. But I feel some of you may be a bit scared of love. I do sense as well with the Emperor and the Ace of Cups and the Sun, some of you may actually be meeting a person that you have kids with. Or you may be with the person now that you have kids with or something. There seems to be something to do with a baby daddy or baby mama. Whatever the case may be, I feel like it's more father related. But don't cut something off before it's had a chance and before you're certain. If you are uncertain, Scorpio, delays are actually in your favor, bear in mind, because the Hangman is over here. He's in your favor. I don't know if this is flipped on screen or whatever, but this is what's helping you. Delaying things is going to help, having time to think, because Venus followed by Mercury, the fog is still kind of there. And you're just not certain about something or some wish that's come true. And I feel like you kind of have to make a decision, but not anytime soon. There's no immediacy here. But just bear in mind, Scorpio, I think this is something you want. Because the star is a wish. It's a birthday wish is being granted. And I can't help but feel that maybe you're now starting to think you're safer without your wishes. You're thinking, I'm safer without this coming true, because if this comes true, what next? Where do I go from there? You know? Draw one. Four of Swords. You are delaying big style, Scorpio. Some of you guys really want to be single. Some of you guys really want to play it safe, but there's an attraction. And it's a very strong one, so I can see why you're kind of scared. Is this someone you have a very good chemistry with, and if you do feel like if you play with fire, you're going to get burnt, Scorpio? Take your time in deciding this. Irene, peace. There's no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So you're good, Scorpio. You're good. Don't take everything too seriously when it happens, okay? Don't be... Transformation. You're experiencing enormous change right now, which creates great blessings. You need to trust this process, Scorpio. I think some of you got spooked. And I think some of you are a little bit wary of these wishes coming true. And understandably, because when Jupiter's been in your sign for a year, and you've really wanted something and it's not happened, of course you're going to be dubious. High Priestess. You've divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. New Moon Magic, Scorpio. Talk about your wishes. Talk about what it is that you truly want, truly desire. What's going to give you peace and what's going to transform you. The two can align beautifully, by the way. You don't have to write off transformation and peace as being two very separate entities. I think there's an incredibly strong attraction with someone. And, you know, as a Scorpio, you feel things very intensely. And maybe you're dealing with someone, if you're dealing with an air sign or a fire sign, they deal with things pretty different. And as I say, it doesn't have to be air or fire. We had the Queen of Pentacles pop out. We had Death card. We have water energy here too. It doesn't matter about the element. Don't get bogged down in that stuff. As I say, sometimes wishes manifest in a way that's better for you than the wrapping that you wanted. You know, it's about the quality of the gift. It's not the wrapping paper. And sometimes the universe will give you something that doesn't seem like something you wanted, but it actually has the right gift inside. Do you know what I mean? Scorpio, you are running away from something quite special here, but I don't want you to worry, and I don't want you to rush yourself, and I don't want you to get scared. If you feel like you're, you know, uncertain, you don't have to go head first into the water, but you can still enjoy yourself. The star is beautiful. Whatever the situation is, there's an element of hope attached here, okay? Don't lose the hope. Sometimes you are careful what you wish for, and sometimes opportunities arise that just you didn't see coming. But nonetheless, Scorpio, birthday wish is coming true. Might scare you a little, but it's your birthday month. What you say goes. Okay? You take your time. You enjoy yourself, Scorpio. Comment your birthday below, and I will talk to you in the mid-monthlies. Bye.